interesting when we lived in the state is that his dad was a mighty good governor. Uh, Ned Ray McWhorter. I have the honor of introducing his son, Mike McWhorter, who is running for governor. Please give him a warm welcome.
Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that very much. I was in the Centerville Christmas parade on Sunday, and a rather elderly lady walked up to me and said, "Hey, Mike, have you heard that Tiger Woods is changing his name?" And I said, "No, what? What are you talking about?" She goes, "It's going to be Cheetah Woods now." All right, come on now. My wife said that joke always bombs, and I think she just proved it right now. I want to thank y'all for letting me be with you here today. And if you don't mind, I hate being behind the podium. I would like to just walk out and talk to you a little bit conversationally about why I'm running for governor and what we're about. I want to start out by telling you I support the right of working men and working women to organize and negotiate fair and reasonable wages and benefits. And I will fight as your next governor to make sure that the hard-earned rights of working families in Tennessee do not get dismantled by this Republican leadership we've now got in the state legislature. In addition, I want to tell you, I firmly believe, and I know this is more of an issue in Chattanooga right now, but I want to say this here to y'all. I firmly believe Tennessee taxpayers expect and demand that Tennesseans be hired first on state-funded projects, economic development projects. And I'm going to work to make sure that Tennesseans get their fair share of those jobs. And I'll listen to you. Organized labor is always going to have a place at the table in my administration on issues that affect you. I will work to make sure that we resolve any conflicts finding mutual ground and common understanding. But now, having said all that, I want to tell y'all what got me in this race. You know, I've now been in 50 counties in the state of Tennessee. I'm on track to get the other 45 by at least the middle of February. I think it's important for a statewide candidate to visit every county in the state of Tennessee. And as I've traveled around the state, the reoccurring question I always get is, why in the world would you want to run for governor now, knowing what the grim reality is in our economic future? Well, I want to tell you, for me, it's very simple. As we look out across the landscape of Tennessee, we have all seen thousands of jobs literally disappear across our state. As factories have closed. The state unemployment rate's running right under 11%. That is the highest it's been in my working lifetime since 1982. Tennessee needs a governor who will put the creation and maintenance of jobs front and center on the agenda. And that is why I'm running for governor. I'm a businessman. I'm not a professional politician. I know y'all can probably tell that. But as I look out across the state, I see some huge challenges in our future in areas such as healthcare and in education, as well as in unemployment. From day one, in order to be successful, I think the next governor of this state's got to be somebody with the skills and the background who understands how to build this economy, how to create jobs, and I think most importantly now, how to maintain jobs here in Tennessee. I know it's going to sound like the cliche, but how does that get done? Well, we've got to get greater accountability out of state government. You have to put the interest of our working families ahead of politics. We have to build an education system in this state that will allow all our kids to compete on a global basis. And you're going to have to be able to balance our state budget without an income tax in such a way as not to harm essential services for our working families, and at the same time maintain the revenue to be able to grow our infrastructure because I have spent my lifetime in business, creating jobs. But I want to tell y'all a little bit about my background. I grew up, I went from kindergarten through the 12th grade in public schools in Union City, Tennessee. Like most kids, I grew up in the summers mowing lawns, and I worked at my grandmother's Meat and Three Cafe over in Dresden, Tennessee. I was bussing tables there from about the time I could walk. And by the way, it's the same job my father had when he was a youngster. She owned that cafe for about 40 years. I went on to college, and then I went to law school, and in the summers I came home from college. I worked at the Goodyear. I'm speaking about it with the gentleman here. I worked at the Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company in Union City, Tennessee. My job was to hand stack the tires on the trailers for shipment out of that plant. I've hauled a little hay in my life, and I can tell you, being out there in that 100-degree weather beside that trailer, hand stacking those tires is about as close to hauling hay as any job you're ever going to find. Then in 1986, I took a leave of absence from my law practice here in Nashville to go work in my father's gubernatorial campaign. I traveled all 95 counties in that campaign, and I learned a lot about Tennessee and a whole lot about what Tennesseans' dreams were for the future of their state. A few years later, I got a chance to fulfill a dream of my own. A lot of people think I just went back into a family business. I did not. I got a chance to buy a business in Jackson, Tennessee. I borrowed the money from what was then Third National Bank here in Nashville. I borrowed the money. I took that risk, and along with the help of the great people in our company, we paid back our debts, we built our business, and I believe we've been a good organization for our community. On the home front, I've been married to the same great gal, Mary Jane, for the last 20 years. This month is our 20th anniversary. We've got two, I think, very smart, certainly very athletic, and definitely very active kids who just turned 18 and 16. And now that I've got one that is looking at going off to college, my dreams for both of them are that they can live in this state where they can find good paying jobs, have adequate, affordable health care, and be able to raise families of their own. Now, you know, for that to happen, for their entire generation of Tennesseans, our state has to have smart, savvy leadership now. I know the difference leadership can make. My father taught me the most important job of being governor is to put the interest of the working families in this state first. If you do that, everything else will fall in line. Now, that was a different time, but I believe those values are as true then as they remain today. Tennessee really does face some huge new challenges, and if you will join with me, I want to take those challenges on. I can be your next governor, and I can move this state forward, but I need your help to do it. Now, I want to go a little off message because of the group that I'm with here today. I want to tell you how important the Teamster organization has been in my life. And this organization in particular, well, I mean, the Teamsters. You know, I had the privilege, I'm an Anheuser-Busch distributor, and I had the privilege of serving on a wholesaler panel. There were a few people selected nationwide that worked with Mr. August Bush, and we had a give and take back and forth on that wholesaler panel. Whether y'all realize it or not, Anheuser-Busch historically has been the largest Teamster employer in the United States. And Mr. Bush, I served from 2002 to 2005. During that period of time, Mr. Bush came in, I was meeting with him, and he was very frustrated. And I asked him what was wrong, and he said, you know, I can't get a contract signed with the Teamsters right now. And I said, why? And he said, well, they've got this disruption in their leadership.